Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Warhorse, brought to you by Vintco. We are back here in Tom White's early years of motocross museum for another look at an incredibly rare bike. This is a 1971 Ducati 450 RT Desmo. The RT indicates road and trail, so a little on-off road, which was common for the time period. And I think a lot of people don't realize now that Ducati is officially re-entering the motocross and off-road space internationally, that they actually made dirt bikes at one point. And I use the term dirt bike loosely, but this thing was designed just for sale here in America for kind of purpose-built stuff. But they've got an incredible history. Ducati has actually won the Baja 500. And so I'm gonna share with you a story, an article that Tom wrote about this bike and how it came to be and got here. But this caught my eye just knowing that we are about to launch the new Ducati platform here. And I said, well, we've got to showcase this and share with it what we can with you folks. So have a listen to what Tom White himself wrote about this machine right here. Ducati sprung to life by making a small bicycle engine to transport the war-ravaged Italian citizens. In 1946, the Cucciolo, which meant little puppy engine, was originally sold in a box to be attached to a bicycle. Before World War II, Ducati had produced radio tubes and condensers, but thanks to the Cucciolo's success, Ducati became a name brand motorcycle manufacturer. By 1954, Ducati was producing 120 bikes a day. Even more momentous, in 1954, was the arrival of engineer Fabio Taglioni. Taglioni's big idea was to control valve float by having the valves positively opened and closed without using valve springs. The main benefit of his desmodromic system was the prevention of valve float. Valve float can cause a catastrophic collision between the piston and valve, or, at the very least, create poor valve seal. The desmodromic system eliminates valve float by using dual rocker arms on each valve, one for opening and one for closing the valve. The Ducati 450 RT was the first and only motocross bike to be outfitted with desmodromic valves. In 1969, a 350cc Desmo Ducati actually won the Baja 500, piloted by desert ace Doug McClure. Following this success, U.S. importer Berliner Motor Corporation requested an off-road 450cc version of the 350 TSS being sold in Europe to compete against the popular BSA 441 Victor. The 450 RT, as it was called, was built exclusively for the American market and was finished in bright yellow. Though the engine was quite powerful, the frame was heavy and rigid. The frame would also prove to be poorly designed, as the engine was placed too far rearward and coupled with a very short swing arm. The Ducati was difficult to turn. By 1971, four-strokes had fallen out of favor with most off-road riders, and the 450 RT would only be imported into America in that 1 year. Okay, so I am really excited to learn a little bit more about this whole desmodromic engine system. You hear about this Desmo. I had no idea it went back this far, the technology, but we'll be sharing more about that here after we get a tour through the factory in Italy and really dive into what makes that Ducati motor tick. And in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed this. What a beautiful piece of machinery and art. Thank you to John Anderson and his family at W for letting us come in and peek around in here. And if you guys go to that website, Tom White's Early Years of Motocross Museum, this place is open a couple times a year at events, not open day to day, but go to the website. They have a lot of details about all the bikes and stuff that's in here. You'll be blown away. So huge thank you to Vintco. I want to thank them for promoting this, sponsoring this segment. Anything you guys need for your vintage motorcycles or parts for them, check out Vintco. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
If you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos, comment what you thought, and share it with your friends.